In this layout update, we finally reveal the secret project we had planned. We modify the shadow station for the first time in years, and Sven Magnus continues on his pet project and nearly causes disaster. If you are new to this channel, we are showing the construction of our layout we started 8 years ago, and other model train activities. So the first thing we did was to expand the shadow station. The goal is to increase timetable stability. Since I modified the automatic system to use timetables, I have to pull the trains into the first block after the staging area. This takes a bit of time. To increase stability, we are adding 2 tracks, so that we always have 1 train ready. For that, we introduce 2 turnouts and 2 feedback sections on the new track. Luckily, we had free pass on existing decoder and feedback module to do that. So when you build a layout, keep some parts free, so you can modify later, like in this case. After reprogramming Rockwell, it worked very well. And on the plus side, 1 more track to store a train. The next thing we got is a third rail cleaner car. In years, Märklin told us that their trucks don't need cleaning. When you start ballasting, glue will end up on the standard contact and cause problem. So the car from looks has a third bogie with a vibrating sandpaper. We'll have to do some more testing, but it does clean the third rail.
Okay.
So then Sven Magnus continues on the industrial area. The first step was to remove the old third rail I had mounted 2 years ago. To fill the tracks, we use plastic sheets and at the top a thin layer of aluminium. The aluminium is then powered. After all plastic pieces were cut, we glued them with plastic glue. And then it tested that trains could still run. And finally, the secret project. Maybe you remember this clip?
Så dere må kjøpe hver deres bil, gutter. Så kan dere dra hjem og begynne å lage noe nytt i veibanene deres.
Vi har ikke så mye veibane.
Det blir det nå.
So, we will have self-driving cars on the layout. We decided to go with the Viessmann CarMotion system. It should be compatible with DC car and open car, but we will have to figure it out later so we can add our own twist. Basically, the car follows a magnetic strip. Then you add small magnets along the road to trigger some actions.
Kan jag stoppa den?
Bra stopp.
Ja.
That simple setup took like 30 minutes to install. and the trucks are completely silent. The truck starts. And starts to blink. Another magnet sequence make it run slow. The next sequence resets the truck. At the end of the magnet trip, we slow it down and make it stop. We are going to show more of the car system while we are mounting it in the future. We plan to have a street at start with buses, which then crosses to the city on the other side of the tracks. Sven Magnus liked the truck so much that we decided to also build something in the industrial zone. So we moved back all the buildings. We decided to make a loop, but between the factory and the brewery there is room so trucks can cross. We are still evaluating if we should build a bridge over the trucks so to connect it to the other part of the car system. Then we removed all the styrofoam parts which were not glued. But before starting to glue them, Sven Magnus wanted to ballast the turnouts. We used the usual procedure with water and then glue. After a test, we realized that one turnout was not working properly anymore. After many attempts, I accidentally pushed a plastic part out. But then we saw the problem. Glue had flown in the mechanism. In the next session, Sven Magnus tried to push it back in place. After several failed attempts, it was clear that we have to remove the turnout. This wasn't an easy task. We glued both plastic pieces together with bonding. With the turnout removed, it was a piece of cake to put everything back together. In case of future problems, we drilled a big hole on the turnout so we could move the servo there. Then it was simply to put back everything in place. One more test to test that nothing was broken. Afterwards, we weathered the tracks. Even if it's not really visible, it will still give a better impression. Then we started gluing all the foam pieces. So that's for this time. See you soon again in the train room.